So the next team up, I mean, after EDW 2.0, would be Netezza, just as a logical continuation, from what we've been doing, and then Dira.
Yeah, I mean, we probably won't need to move. Yeah,
Okay.
but it's going to be the Netezza. I would.
Wheel of Death. No, we should. The spinning wheel is much more common, in the 90s. And now I'm getting it a lot. The name of the application. So let's see if I choose one. So what I did is I made I don't know, are you seeing the screen? Yep. Oh, there we go. Okay. Sharing the screen. It's no longer a one click on the, I mean, before I clicked it once and it was sharing. Now it needs a double click, I guess.
Yeah, that's weird.
But here we go.
Hey, you see what application was?
No.
It's going kind of slowly. Yeah, that's a good speed.
For the data access detail.
Yeah, I did notice that. Actually, it's really nice.
I don't. It should. Netezza. Where is it?
Always there's that access details.
Yes. Oh yeah, it's right. It doesn't match to the column. I'm sorry. It matches to the row. That's right. It matches to the node ID, representing the row. It's
Like Zaya's delivery method giving me is the access details.
sure. I mean, that's so, because if I want to present, just data access details, because it's sometimes title makes sense. I think under title, I mean, just in the title column, and I'm not sure if I can.
You might maybe it would be better to have a column that says like maybe it needs to be a column. You know why you don't want to do the column? Because it makes everything so much taller.
Mhm.
Even if there is a setup to like fit it to the length of.
I mean, I think it.
I don't think it's something right now, but I think it's something to look into.
I mean, I did look at that, and I think this is I think it's like the edges are just slightly larger than, and there's a dotted line at the bottom of this page that's the max. That's interesting. Okay, then I'll investigate that. In terms, because
and I think
yeah,
the idea is like you don't want it.
maybe not. Okay. All right. Because in general, it's just this, view, and if you fit to page, like that's the page. I think there may be, but I'll look into it. I'll describe this issue in Google and figure out if any others had this issue and resolved it. Um, and I kept it very minimalistic in terms of styling. Are we still there? Data sets, that based on the filter, of course.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
And just make sure it's distinct. It should be distinct anyway. You don't have anything that goes over on two lines, right? So
No. Mhm.
Yeah, I think this looks good. I think data size, you've got it in alphabetical order from left to right. No, you don't. Never mind.
Sure.
So delivery frequency and delivery method, left to right, not top to bottom.
Are you saying from left to right? Oh, okay. Got it. Okay. Yeah. Just have to data path size, delivery frequency, delivery method. Okay. Oh, that's funny. Here it's in alphabetical order. Okay, I'll arrange that. Usually I just like switch these to do it. Let me see. Title. It's from here we go. Delivery frequency. Are those filters? No. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Okay. Title.
Yeah. So data path and average ingestion method should be, or volume rather, should be next to each other. Not data path, data size. The two like computables. And actually data size and I would put those at the end actually. Next to last load time, externally or internally hosted to go. Yeah. So I think it would be worth publishing this to your their space just as a prototype.
Yeah.
Sharing with Jen. And because I think it's going to be like obviously you can show her on your screen, but sometimes it's a lot easier for people to like noodle on it if they can, click on it and look through it and see it's not showing up the way that they expect it to, etc. So
right. And the the data access details. That's the only one that it's not completely clear of how to include it. I know you mentioned a button. I mean, there's another.
does it you can add it as a column, right?
I
The text too big.
mean, then we'd have to, scroll to the. Here, I'll see how it looks. And then you'd have to just scroll over to the right. I was trying to just avoid the scrolling.
You're trying to make it like all fit on one screen. But if you're hide the field, hide the filters, hide the visualization.
Hi. Okay.
On the right side, so like do the double arrows on the right side to hide those.
Oh, you're saying hide them. Oh, I see.
Yeah. I was thinking it would give you a bit more screen real estate. Yeah, I think leave it. I would rather have it here. Is it possible to make that field there? I mean, I think it was.
Yeah, I just let me just sign this.
Like internally and externally hosted could be narrowed. Delivery method to the FCC could be narrowed. Is the access details could be what it is.
I think and it does we just
Yeah, that should be distinct. You don't want to multi count and you don't have any repeat rows, right?
No, you're right. Only when no, because the unpivoting when there's more than one technology for each one, it repeats the node ID. So when it's distinct, that's the accurate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 235 data sets in the catalog have a related technology.
Right. Right.
But the count isn't working, like, you need to.
I think it was. Let's go there. 12.
Oh, yeah, so.
Okay.
But that also gives them, kind of a heads up for like what they need to look for. If you've got 12 of them, that right there is the problem with the data details. So the ones that are so long, you may need to set a row height
Uh-huh.
and just let it cut off so that you don't end up with 3 pages of cat.
Yeah, right. Okay, I'll see if I can. Yeah, I'm sure I could do it programmatically, like code it. So I can figure it out. Yeah. Uh-huh.
I would not cut off the data. I would make sure it would not be affecting the data that is actually consumed in the field.
Okay. I mean, if I, for example, turn off wrap, it would definitely cut off. But if there's a fix.
Just a row.
Right. Or a fixed. Okay, I'll try to set a maximum, not necessarily fixed. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Mhm.
It should be
Mhm.
you don't get any more than 200 characters, but I don't see that.
Mhm.
So,
Right.
do that.
Okay. Right. Definitely. Okay. Yeah, I'll definitely. Actually, I did. Yes. She didn't just say that it looked good. She didn't make too many comments, so she didn't. I wouldn't say dive into it. She just, gave a nod of approval, basically, forward either.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
What else did you guys talk about?
She said that she would give me a think about priority list. The next time that she speaks to me, she'll be more explicit with like different priorities for different. I think for the catalog in general, and then yeah. So I mentioned that, and it was it was a brief meeting, and it was just general update and showing different things. So.
Yeah.
So I think before, I just realized we probably had one of the cells clicked in the table, and that's why node ID was stuck on one. So if I click, so clicking outside, yeah, on the right hand side.
But yes, for each data set, it's going directly to the data set. We may do an overall link to the data set dashboard, but that would be like one button at the top of the page.
Okay, got it. Should I include that? Because I can add that button in. The button. No, I think I think it's not. Yeah. Okay. Understood. Yeah. Mhm. All right. Yeah. I'll I'll hyperlink the node IDs as best I can, and or second option, make this more appealing because obviously I think it's better without the scrolling. So if I can fix the width of that, or yeah.
Again, you could have a single node ID column where node ID is hyperlinked with the link to the catalog link.
Right. That's my.
Of having this presentation is to show in what ways we are already doing the things that he's talking about. So our goal is to reinforce, oh yeah, totally, and we know, here's what we're working on that is addressing the problem. So your thoughts most welcome. Feel free to send me an email. And then
Okay. Okay. Uh, sure. Yeah, understood. Yeah. And yeah, and I'm sure, I wonder if we'll have to speak to Jen before the presentation, or do you think that, we have enough information? I mean, it seemed that Sharosh is looking for it. Okay. Okay. I see. Okay.
the information. We trust me.
Okay.
I know.
Okay.
We don't want to pull agenda to get this. A big part of it is, we need people going to example, how she's going to make sure this doesn't happen again. Because that's another part of it is when something bad happens, I mean, we learn from that. But what are we going to do that prevents it?
Mhm.
So, and that's what a lot of what we'll talk about from our side of the catalog is about the things that we're putting in place because we have heard and understand that people are saying we've got stale content. So
Right.
we're trying to help facilitate that through functionality of the catalog because that's our job. Our job is functionality, training, making sure people know how to use the catalog.
Right. Right. And I'm curious about your thought about just David's comment about, no, I didn't actually.
So my response to him was yes, absolutely. That's
Uh-huh.
why we've identified, they've identified data officers, there's that series, and we are building out a regular review process that should help bring the catalog data, and then maintain it because that's the goal.
Yeah.
One of the problems is that when it was conceived, brilliant idea that if you just throw information into a pipe and leave it there, it could fail.
Right.
If you don't have a content management process, if you don't have an update and review process, which we haven't had, they've been doing data calls, but they've done data calls every 2 fiscal years. It's not that regular.
Mhm.
But in part, that's because it's been so laborious. And so what
There's no discernible reason for that. I mean, besides maybe this application is, it takes a lot of resources or something.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, anyway, I think we were kind of finishing up, but yeah, don't read my response to David. I think it's, it kind of gives a little bit of an idea, but we will go into more depth in the presentation because that is actually one of the big responses is people are like, this data is out of date, and we are working on that. We're actively working on putting into place the way that we can do this in a way that's not like, the last data call, I can even show you. Can you see your secret?
Yeah, I just there we go. I see you. I stopped sharing and I see everything now. Yep. Yep. I see you.
Open. So there you go. So this FY the things that define whether a data set is an SCCR 2.1 data set, which is the focus of FY23 data call, was the SCCR 2.1 implementation. So is it regular? I'm not quite sure what regularity. I think regularity is like used regularly, effectively managed, structured, and is there interdivisional usage? And then what is the risk? So is it low, medium, or high risk? And I am working on a different spreadsheet. So I put the catalog as that to start with. Like, what do we already have in the catalog? Is this different? Let's not pick things that are the same because that would be pointless. And, you know, used to metadata for information from the NDIE, and all the white columns are information already in the catalog.
Mhm.
Calculated columns that could tell me what things I care about.
Right.
Because like, I don't want to update every single one. I just want to update the ones where they're not mentioned.
Right.
You know, if they're not